Hello, I'm Stacy Driscoll. This is an articulate rise portfolio sample on kiln usage. A kiln is one of the highest ticket items that studios need to purchase. If the kiln is down, then revenue is going to be impacted. So the goal is to keep the kiln up, running, and as free of maintenance as possible. So the first part is understanding the parts of the kiln. In each section, we have a text box with the option to listen to an audio recording, as we know that some people do not prefer to read anymore. They would prefer to listen. We've got an interactive part here where we're learning about the different interior components of the kiln. And this gives a kind of a game-like feel where you can click on, you can get some more information, again with the option to be read to. Some additional images to help clarify each of those portions of the kiln. And we have an interior view of the kiln, and then we scroll down and we have the exterior view of the kiln, again with markers and audio. We go on next to bisque firing, and we're going to get a little intro as to what bisque is. Again, option for audio or to read. We'll click through and find out if greenware is ready to be fired. How do I load my bisque kiln with an example from the kiln shown in the parts of the kiln section, loaded with some bisque products inside. And some do's and don'ts. A little cheat sheet here, again with audio. The next portion is glaze firing. Similar setup to bisque firing. Going through the process. Some steps, nice clear steps there. Directions on how to load that kiln. Audio included. And some more do's and don'ts. So after we've got that information, that knowledge, we can test that out in a real world scenario. So we're going to help Carlos decide if we're going to bisque or glaze a piece. He just threw something on the wheel and he immediately wants to put it into the bisque kiln. Should he put it in there? You've got your options, and we'll choose the incorrect one here. Carlos is giving us some feedback that might cause some harm there. So let's try that again, and we'll choose the correct option this time, and Carlos gives us some feedback. And we can continue on with that scenario. Now his piece is where it needs to be, so we're going to put it in that bisque kiln. And Carlos says thank you to us. Next we'll go down to Emily, and Emily needs some help loading a kiln. And she's telling us that she's placed her work on a cookie and spaced it 1/2 inch apart. She wants to know which kiln is she loading, a glaze or a bisque. And our correct answer is bisque. Well, she tells us no, that's not correct, so we're going to try that again. Our correct answer is glaze, and she lets us know that we're correct. So we could continue on with that. She'll give us another scenario. We can come down to troubleshooting. So a lot of the issues that do cause the kiln to go down for maintenance or cause financial damage to kiln shelves, which are pricey to replace. So this first one is something sticking to the kiln shelf, which would cause the kiln shelf to have to be replaced. To prevent that, we've got some audio with a description there. We've got some pieces sticking to other pieces, which ruins not only the first person's piece, but also the other person's that it's stuck to. This person can't wait to open the kiln. Understandable. And we've got a reason why we shouldn't do that and an audio version if we prefer to listen to that. Our final portion is just a quick little quiz to check for understanding. We've got a couple of different ways of asking questions here. So this first one is just a matching. Go ahead and do some of that matching. Submit that. It gives us some feedback here, lets us know we're correct. Got some multiple choice. We chose correct. For this next one, let's say, oh, I'm not sure, I'm going to pick this one. That's correct. And it'll give us that feedback that no, it's not incorrect, and this is why. Go through. We also have a short answer one here. Just fill in that blank. All right, thank you so much for taking a look at my portfolio. I'd love if you would get in contact. There is a simple form to fill out on my portfolio webpage. You can contact me directly through there. Thanks so much. Look forward to it.